Hey, how are you? Secret Closet Collection. Rebecca, thanks for coming. I have everything in my bin. Slope Block Legend. Everything's in the bin. And just check the Buy It Now tab. And I have Buy It Now with best offer turned on most items. And once again, I'm going to try to get the multicast going on YouTube. Thanks for coming. Blinktastic Plus. I have everything in the Buy It Now in the shop. Just click that little shop icon in the bottom right hand corner of your screen and go to my bin. And if there's anything you would like to see, we're going to be multicasting this on YouTube tonight. I'm dealing with an older iPad here, and it always takes a while for it to click in. Always have to reboot it a couple of times. So I'll be following the chat here and whatnot, and I'll be following the chat on my YouTube channel. Feel free to answer the poll on the top of your screen, yes or no. If I'm not following you, make sure you follow me, and I'll follow you at the end of the show. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you guys looking at the bin. And it's telling me to check my multicast. Let's see. If somebody sends an offer and I miss it, just let me know. Sometimes the offer will pop up underneath the poll and I can't actually see it. It's an offer and I miss it, just let me know. There we go. Hi, Bill. Hi, B&B. Hey, for you guys that are watching on YouTube, I'm running a Whatnot show. If you're not familiar with it, scan that QR code in the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's also should be in the description of your live that you're watching. If you're not already signed up, they'll give you $15 credit. They'll put it into your wallet. You'll still have to provide payment for the shipping, which is commercial shipping. I have both women and men's things. I do have a few kids things for those that might have children. Always have a few like little Pokemon things and like a little kid's purse and just a few things. Wow, there's 17 people in the live right now. And there's just me, myself, and I in the Whatnot show. I always have about 3, 4 people that come in right away, and they usually leave before I can even get the live hooked up to YouTube. I'm running the multicast on a very, very old iPad screen, and it takes a while for it to, like, I have to reboot it several times. But anyway, thanks for watching on YouTube. I think you're already joined, Bill. B&B, if you're still there, make sure you scan that QR code. If you're on your phone, you can just go to the description and you'll see that same, you'll see the link in the video description, and you'll also see the link on my main channel page. Hey, KB Found, thanks for coming. I have everything in the shop. Everything is Buy It Now with best offer. Please let me know if there's anything you want to see. I've got about, I think, 55 or 56 items tonight. Oh, you don't know how to do that. I'm talking to B&B Pay Dirt here. Yeah, you just you go to the link either on my main YouTube channel page, which is April Davis PI, and you click my links, or you can just look at the description of this live that you're watching, and Whatnot should just automatically put the link in there. There's also a QR code in the top right-hand corner. So if you're on a phone, you could always scan it on a tablet or a desktop or a laptop. But anyway, if you click the link, you don't have to do it during the video, but if you are interested, they will sign you up and you'll get $15 credit. You'll find that in your wallet once they have your payment information. You can either buy something on my show or you can buy something from somebody else. There are thousands of rooms here on the Whatnot app. And I don't usually have enough people right now to be doing the auction, so I'm just doing everything at Buy It Now. Hi, Mike C. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys are following me. If you're not already following me, I'll follow you at the end of the show. Got both men's and women's items tonight. There's vintage jewelry, contemporary jewelry. There's a few pieces of gold, actually. And there are some tokens. Also got a couple of bills, actually, too. If you look at the catalog. If you're watching on YouTube, you won't be able to see the catalog unless you come over to Whatnot. So just download the Whatnot app on your phone, or you can go to the website if you're on a computer and go to April Davis PI, and you'll be able to see my page. But if you want to buy something and you want to get that discount, make sure you click my link before you sign up. Sign up through my link. If you just sign up on your own, you will not get the $15 to spend on Whatnot. I've also got some vintage, new old stock pocket knives. Got a couple of UV lights for those that are, jewelry hunters, glass hunters, or gemstone hunters. Got 3 UV lights. There's about four, 1/4 pure grain gold that is listed. If you'll see it in the catalog. Hashtag cute items. Oh, I love that. Thanks for coming. Hashtag. Oh, thanks for the follow. Hi, B&B. Thanks for coming over, B&B. I appreciate you. Yeah, I hope you signed up through my make sure you sign up through my code and you'll get that $15 to spend. Hi, Nicole Gomez. Thanks for coming. I have everything in the shop. It looks like 52 items. There should be 56. Let's see, where are the other ones? Hmm, something didn't something didn't transfer over when I went to put the items up. I guess some of the newer items, I listed about 4 or 5 newer items tonight. And I guess when I cloned from the old show, they didn't show up. So if there's something you see and it's not listed, I'll just do a temporary listing. Hey, Humble, how you doing? Make sure you come over and join me on the Whatnot app. Then you can shop the shop or at least browse the catalog. If you guys aren't already following me, I'll follow you at the end of the show. Just make sure you follow me, and then I'll be able to see that when I turn off my screen at the end of the show. If you'd like, you can answer the poll at the top of the screen. Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Thanks, Humble. Yeah, I'm trying to watch both chats at the same time. And last time I did this, I actually had an offer from somebody, but I couldn't see it. It must have popped up. There's like a little pop up on the screen, but I think it's sometimes hidden underneath the poll. And I didn't see it until like several days after the show. And I was like, what? And luckily it was somebody I knew. So I contacted them and I'm like, when did you make this offer? Like I never saw it because I didn't have anything in my marketplace at that time. But I've recently switched the items over to the marketplace. So they should transfer back over when the show is over. So if somebody wants to buy something later, they can just go to Whatnot and they can just go to my store and they can check the marketplace. And once I build my audience back up again, then I'll be able to start running the auctions, which is what this site is meant to be. It's supposed to be a live auction site. But I do have everything in the buy it now, except the 4 items, the new items that I listed that are missing. And one of those items includes this men's vintage 2002 golfing money clip. That's really cool. That's one of the newer items. I've also got something that I don't know. I'm not quite sure about because it looks just like a Juicy Couture purse charm, but it doesn't have the Juicy Couture tag. So I'm not sure on that. And that's one of the new items that I listed and somehow it didn't transfer over. So we will find out after the show. I'll be able to like reset those. It's really a pain because if I have it in the marketplace, it's very hard for me to switch everything over to a show unless I just clone. But if I add new items right before the show, they're not in the old show, so then they don't transfer when I come on the air. There's got to be a better way for Whatnot to figure that out so that you can just, highlight them all, kind of like doing like a bulk edit when you're on other sites. You should just be able to see the boxes and go click, 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 bang, 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 bang. Oh, hey, the stacker. That must be the humble stacker. Thanks for coming over on Whatnot. I hope you guys used my code and you got your $15. You should see, I won't be able to see it on my end, but on your end, on your screen, on the bottom right, there should be a wallet. And oh, you have your own channel here. Oh, okay. So you're already signed up to Whatnot then, Stacker. You know, the humble stacker, you know how this works. Oh, TH Stacker. Is that what it is on Whatnot? Oh, great. It says your new referral joined. Yay. Okay, so you are TH Stacker on Whatnot. Okay. I didn't know that. I'll have to follow you. Make sure you're following me so that at the end of the show, I can follow you back. I saw a show earlier on here and somebody was selling gold and they had I've something I've never seen before. They had like crystalline gold. It looked like crystalline silver, but it was giant. It was just like, oh my God, I've never seen that before. And some of their items were in the tens of thousands of dollars. Mademoiselle Scarlett, thanks for coming over. I have everything in the shop. That was Mike from Gold Nugget Sales. I don't know who it was. I don't remember the name of the person. And they had like three things in the buy it now, and one was like 50 some thousand dollars. And I was just like, oh my God. And they're like, yeah, go buy something in the buy it now, and then you can enter the buyer's giveaway. And it was like 50,000 bucks, I don't have $56,000 to buy a pretty piece of gold crystalline. But it was really cool because I didn't know about gold crystalline. I would only get a credit, Bob, of $5 if and when you end up buying something from somebody. So if you bought something for me tonight, once I mail it to you and once you get it, then I would get not $5 in cash, but I would get a $5 credit on my account. Now you would have a $15 credit, Bob, and you don't have to use it all in one transaction. You don't even have to use it on my store. I would like it if you did. It does not cover the shipping, but Whatnot has commercial shipping, so it's the cheapest shipping out there. It's cheaper than eBay, Poshmark, Marketplace, Mercari. They have an agreement somehow with the post office, and they bundle everything when possible. And since I don't sell any big items, like the biggest item I have is this. Let me move the camera and I'll show you. This is a 2 pound, 2.4 ounce uh, jewelry box. And there's a lot of jewelry in there. I won't even make half of what I paid for it, but I've pulled a few things out and I have those things listed separately. I do a lot of Goodwill shop or shopgoodwill.com boxes. I do a lot of blue box uh, purchases on Friday. Oh, thanks, Bob. Yeah, I've got this little purse. This would be really cute for your daughter. I think I actually won this on Whatnot. Like somebody gifted somebody. I guess the big sellers, when they have their auctions, they can do that where not only do they have to buy it now, but somebody can buy a gift in the chat, and somebody at random buys a random person a gift. And I think that's how I got that. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put it back up on Whatnot. I've even got got some baseball patches. It's got a really cool Rusty Wallace watch. Hey, Haylet, thanks for coming. I've got a bunch of necklaces, a bunch of vintage earrings. I sold two vintage brooches today on another app. So two of those rosebud brooches that were really awesome are gone. And I think I undersold them, but I had them for a while, so it's okay. But this one really interests me. And I just had listed this tonight and somehow it didn't transfer over into the show. So if anybody wants this possible Juicy Couture purse tag or this men's golf money clip, let me know. And then I'll just do what's called a temp listing. and that'll put it into the show. Since for some reason that didn't transfer over, nor did the Wedgwood men's. These are vintage cufflinks from England. Yeah, they're Wedgwood Jasper wear, and I listed them tonight. But for some reason, when I cloned the items from the last show, which is the easiest way to put the inventory up, the new items, I forgot to click them over because I had my cat screaming at me. She always goes crazy right before a show. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. I have everything in the shop tonight. Everything's under buy it now. And Bob, the way the shipping works is once you buy your first item, if you were to buy a second or a third item, the shipping goes down for each item that you buy. So eventually it becomes free. And once I build my audience back up here, I'll start doing the giveies again. I used to do the giveies during the show, but I've just, I was on this when this started, like within a year of Whatnot starting. I started it because it was local to me. They just moved up from Marina Del Rey to the Bay Area now, and then, there was some health issues, and somebody close to me died, and I got off this app for quite some time, and I lost all my following. So I'm back on the air now, but it's going to take a while to build the audience again. And I don't have thousands of pieces of inventory, but this inventory does go pretty quickly between Whatnot and the other online platforms that I'm on. But if you've never been doing this before, Bob, it's like Humble can probably explain it to you. It seems to be it's more the fast nickel than the slow dime on some of the other online shopping apps. But it's fun because it's a social app. So, people have big parties and people have raid trains, and at the end of the show we'll go raid another seller. It'll be somebody I don't even know. We'll pick somebody that's on the air and we'll just go over to their show with a raid and everybody will say hi. And a lot of times somebody will run a givey if enough people come in during the raid and say, "Oh, thanks for the raid." And it's pretty fun. Like everybody becomes friends. And but I did not know that TH Stacker was on here. I'll have to definitely follow you, TH, if you're still here. I don't know if you guys are still watching me on YouTube or you guys are still watching me on Whatnot. Like I said, I'm trying to watch both chats at the same time. Oh, what's kind of like YouTube, Bob? Well, I should call you by your username, BNB Pay Dirt Prospecting. I just know you so. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, a lot of the YouTubers that were doing the sales on their YouTube channels, they don't do them on their YouTube channels anymore because they've all gone over to Whatnot. And, like that's how they make their living between their YouTube and their Whatnot. Somebody like the Crazy Lamp Lady who's also in Pennsylvania, or Jeebus, people like that, Harry Tornado, all the big reseller YouTubers, they're all on Whatnot now. The bearded picker, all those big guys are and gals are on here. Heck, I know a lady down in where is it? Somewhere in Southern California. She was a hospice nurse and she's not a hospice nurse anymore because she's making six figures on Whatnot now. But you know, I'm a disabled person. I don't, I've already had my career. You know, I've been a detective for 41 years, so my career's pretty much almost finished at this point with my disability. So this is just something that keeps me entertained, like the YouTube. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just be careful if you have it going in the car while you're driving, because if your phone like rolls across your front seat, you might accidentally buy something. That happened to me once. I accidentally bought something while driving, and I also won a prize. And I'm like, how did I get into the like? I didn't even buy anything. How am I in the contest? Like, and it turned out it was 2 girls that I knew from reselling, so I just let it slide, and I'm like, "Well, we'll just see when I get my mail what I get." I think it was some little brooch. you know? And then I won the Givey, and I'm like, "Oh my god," they were like, "April," and I'm like, "Oh, there must be another April on here." And then I was realizing that somehow my phone was bidding while I was driving, and it was like, "Oh my god, how much did it bid?" Because they were also big YouTubers, and, they started out as dumpster divers, and then they got into jewelry sales, like, on, YouTube, and then they found this app, and then they just, like, they blew up, so I don't even know how active they are on YouTube anymore. They don't really need to be at this point. And they get, thousands of dollars worth of estate jewelry. It just keeps coming. I get usually one or two new boxes in a month, depending on how much budget I have. It could be nothing or it could be like $150. It just depends. The guy that was selling the gold crystalline tonight, if he got lucky and somebody bought that 50 some thousand-dollar piece, he's pretty much set for the year depending on where he lives. Of course, who knows what his expenses were going into it. I really enjoy getting if you watch my YouTube, you see that I do a lot of jewelry videos, and I like to be able to have the money back to pay for those boxes, whether it's shopgoodwill.com or it's buybluebox.com. I like to be able to pay for those boxes. A jewelry affair. Thanks for coming. I've got everything in my shop. Well, most everything. Four of the items for some reason didn't make it over when I went on the air. So there's four items that I'll have to show you guys separate that are listed tonight as well. Hi, Rosie. Thanks for coming. Nice to see you. Make sure you guys answer my poll. If you haven't, answered the poll up at the top of the screen, make sure you're following me. I'll follow everybody at the end of the show. Hi, Regina. Thanks for coming. I guess it pays to go on the air a little later. I've had a lot more people come in tonight. I don't think I have any offers yet. Everything is buy it now. I don't really have enough at any one given time to run the auctions. By the time I would run each one and the clock would run down, I would lose most of my viewers. If somebody said, "Oh, I'm not interested in that piece," like if I was going to run this Bitcoin, nobody was interested and they were like, "Okay, I'm just going to go to the next show." It's just kind of wasting my breath to do all the auctions. Hey, Shannon, thanks for coming. Oh, you start your shows at 10:30 Pacific. That's good to know, TH Stacker. Well, that makes sense because you're in the Pacific time zone like me. I'll have to watch your show. I didn't know that you were on Whatnot, TH. That's awesome. Are you selling mostly coins? I've got some coins tonight. I've got some tokens and some coins. Oh, and you sell out? Great. Yeah, I've got some. Let me pull these out. I'll show you some of the stuff I've got. I've also got some opals in here. And thanks for that poker chip. That's the first one I got. Somebody else, tried to send me one the same week from North Carolina, and it was cut out of the envelope. Yeah, I have these. I have four of these. These are the quarter grain gold bars. You run a pack game, $10 a pack, with a graded ASE as the chaser. Oh, okay. I'll have to watch that. I actually won this on somebody's show, and it was so funny. It was like a prize wheel, and then you would bid on it, and there was hardly anybody in the show, and they would be like, "Okay, April Davis, you won, and how many shuffles do you want?" And this guy said that I won a Madonna foil bill, and this showed up in the mail, and I was like, this isn't Madonna. This is Marilyn Monroe." Like, I love Marilyn Monroe too, but when he's like, "Oh, you won," and he just went like this, like real quick, he wasn't showing like the items. And I get this in the mail, and I was like, "This is Marilyn Monroe." Like, how could he say that that was Madonna? And then he said that I won a 1949 Mercury dime. And I looked up Mercury dimes and they didn't have Mercury dimes in 1949. They had Roosevelt dimes. Yeah, this is really cool. I only got it for like a few dollars if you're interested. And if you're still here, Bob, like once somebody buys something, then the price goes down for the shipping. TH Stacker can explain that to you. I'm so happy you're on here, TH Stacker. I didn't know. I'll definitely watch your show. I've also, you know what? This is really interesting too. I got one of these. I've actually got a couple of them. I got the Japanese money from World War II, the occupation money. Yeah, I've got one for the Philippines. I think that one's actually listed. And then I have another one that's from Burma. Don't think I have that one listed, but I can put it up there. I've got some opals up here too. They're pretty tiny, but they're really bomb. Oh, okay. It's your side hustle. It's how you add to your silver and gold stack. Just takes a long time for shipping. What, you mean to receive your items or to ship? Oh, you mean, oh yeah, to ship the items. I've got it down where it's pretty quick for me. I do it right after a show. But you know what? I'm not selling. The most I've ever made, it was probably $150. But the last few shows I've had, I've sold nothing. Zip, nada. I have a lot of people that come in that say I have some really good items. Now, if I was a big YouTuber and I could get, 50 to 100 people on the show, I would just run straight auctions. Yeah, but you got to keep going. You got to keep going. It's just like YouTube, if you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reason. You've got to enjoy it. Oh, when you were first starting out. Yeah, I'll have to watch your shows. Are you on every week? Because I'm a night person, so 10:30 Pacific would be a perfect time for me to watch. I'd be lying in bed most likely, but I would be, on the internet at that time. So, and I'd be awake. That's so cool. Okay, normally 2 shows a week. The next one is Thursday. And you sell out? Is it all coins? Is it all like silver? Like newer coins, older coins? I'll have to see how you do it. I know you said earlier in the Oh, they're all graded. Okay. Wow. Are they from your own private collection or do you just like buy these coins so that you can put them in your show? Show coins. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Have you ever seen that guy? I'm not going to call him out here, but he's in Minnesota and you get like slab coins. In fact, I have a few of them here from this guy. Let me show them to you. They're a bunch of nickels. They're Jefferson nickels. Some are uncirculated. Some are, uh, let's see, there's different dates. Different, yeah, there's a few that say brilliant uncirculated. There's one that says decaf gem proof. Like this guy, they have a wheel. Uh, you pick a number. I forget how it goes, but yeah, it's like one of the things I won was a piece of gold, and it was just like in a little container, and it was just a piece of foil. It wasn't like a real piece of gold. Now, a couple times when I first played on that show, I would get like Morgan dollars, and I was like, oh wow, this is going to pay for everything. And then I've got quite a few like uh, old wheat cent rolls, and then I've resold them. But like to get a piece of gold, and it was just a little chunk of foil, the chaser. Yeah, but now he's got the golden envelope game, and you know you might win a nickel or a dime or a dollar or a penny. But that's your golden envelope. That the golden envelopes are supposed to be the grand prizes. Yeah, but now I think they have like one. one per show, and they've got, how many items, like 35, 40 items, and if I play that game now, it's guaranteed to be pennies. So it'll be a penny or a dime or a nickel. But I've resold a lot of it here on Whatnot. AEB International. Thanks for coming. Oh, you won 26 envelopes? Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I won a Morgan once or twice. Oh, his game. Okay, was 26 envelopes. Okay, yeah, but there's nothing good in the envelopes now. Like, you know, you're more likely to hit a worthless penny than to hit an envelope. And now, if you hit an envelope, you got to wait till the end of the show to see what's in the envelope. And it's some worthless penny or dime or nickel or quarter, like, you know, uh, or a 50-cent piece. And by the time you pay the shipping and the tax, hi, Kike. Yeah, it is. That's why there was this new guy, and I can't remember his name, and he was in Kansas, and he said, "I won a Madonna foil," and he just went like this after he pulled it, like this, and I'm like, "What?" I couldn't even do a screenshot to see what it was, and then it came in the mail, and it was Marilyn, and he said, I'd won like 2 or 3 Mercury dimes on that show, and he said one was a 49, and I'm like, "I don't think they made Mercury dimes in 49." And it turned out it was a totally different date, and I'm like, "A 1949 is a Roosevelt," like, and this is obviously, I think everybody in the world could look at this picture and go, "Hey, there's Marilyn Monroe." They would not look at this picture and think that that's Madonna. Like, are you kidding me, man? Like, are you serious? Like, like the new generation. I mean, oh my God! Like, and the guy was like, he was new, and I was sus. But I got a few really cool things. Like, I got this Japanese occupation bill, and I got this Japanese occupation bill, which I didn't know a lot about. So I got some currency. Um, Gosh, I don't even know what country, one of those countries I can't pronounce in the Middle East or Northeast Asia or something. I got another. It doesn't look like it's uncirculated, but it's pretty close to it. Like, it may be. Got one of these, and I was like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I got a couple silver certs too. But no, the guy in Minnesota, like, that's not even worth it, because there's only one good prize on the wheel. So I would never do that type of show because I want people, hi Christine, hi Paula. I want everybody to see what they're going to get. Oh, hi Kelly. I didn't see you there on, if you're still there on YouTube, I'm over on Whatnot. Hey, Kata Oroska. Yeah, I'm not following the YouTube chat right now because I'm trying to like sell stuff on Whatnot. So running the pack game, you know what the chaser is, and you know what the floor is. Yeah, and you should. But when he used to do his that way, where they were like, this is the average, this is the floor, and this is the high. His numbers were way, way, way off. Like, oh yeah, yeah, this wheat cent roll is not worth that amount of money. And as time has gone on, he added a second channel, and the prizes have just gotten worse and worse and worse. And I think for some people, it's just like gambling. It's like spin the wheel and see what you get. Wheel of fortune. It's like, so anything that I don't keep, I just, I resell mine either on, these other apps that we can't say those words when we're here on Whatnot, or I sell it on Whatnot. I usually get most of the money back. But it really helps, when you get the occasional Morgan or you get something good and it's like, okay, that's going to pay for all of this and then some. Sure. This is actually, it's obviously not a real Bitcoin because Bitcoin is digital, but this is a physical Bitcoin and it is plated in 24 karat gold. Yeah. And it comes with a case. I don't think it's ever been used. It looks brand new. And it's got this little thing on the corner right here that kind of reminds me of a gold pick. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to be. Like a miner's pick. And then on the front it says, yeah, okay, yeah. So you're crypto mining basically. Hi, MBG. Mining Bitcoin. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's that. This has got a lot of interest on another uh, online platform that I sell on. This is Kobe. It's also 24 karat gold plated. He's very popular. He always sells well. And then I've got this really cool one that's from Egypt. It's also 24 karat gold plate. I think this would go really well if it's got like the Egyptian pharaoh and the pyramids on the back, 24 karat gold plate. This would be really cool if somebody bought the banger piece. The banger piece in this, there's two banger pieces in this. I shouldn't say auction, but in this show. And one is the Goldet Egyptian pharaoh statement necklace. Those are super, super rare. One just sold on the other platform whose name I cannot mention for 227.40. There's one more that is actually listed. The only place I can find it is Etsy, and it's listed at 250. I seem to have the only other one that's available between all the online platforms that I've checked. And I've got it actually hanging on my wall because I don't want my cat to get it and like knock it off the table. And then I have a rabbit. I don't think she would touch it, but I've got it hanging on the wall so little paws can't get on it. And I think if somebody bought that, it would be really cool. You know, maybe I could like just give them this as a gift and say, you know what, thanks for buying, the banger piece. And here's the Egyptian, 24 karat gold token. I've thought about that. Or it would be nice if the same person bought it. Or if somebody new came in and they had the $15 credit. But a lot of people were interested in this, but these are a dime a dozen. They're not that expensive. So it is what it is. But I got that from the same guy that sold me the Madonna. The Madonna that was Marilyn Monroe. Too funny. It's in the shop. The only things that didn't make it into the shop tonight, and that was unintentional, was this men's. This is from 2002. This is really nice. It's a money clip. Whoops. Yeah, they go for quite a bit of money. They're not that common. I'm not a golfer, so. And then this looks like a Juicy Couture, but it doesn't have the Juicy signature on it. It's got the enamel leaves with the cherries and the three green enamel leaves. So in the title, the description, I put, read the description because I'm not sure. I'm just not sure why the Juicy Couture tag is not on this. And the cherries are exactly the same. The stones are the same. The enamel leaves are the same. The crown is the same. And it's got like a little lobster hook on it, like at the top. And so you can hang it from a purse or you could put it on a necklace or even a charm bracelet. And they go for a lot of money, but I just don't understand why. I don't know if maybe there was a tag on here that came off. I don't know. I don't think this is something that would be counterfeited because you would know, like so I don't know. So if anybody needs that, I'll have to add it since it didn't cross over to my listings tonight. All the new listings that I worked on that I put on two other platforms plus this, they didn't cross over to the inventory tonight. These are really cool too. These are Jostens. They make all kinds of like graduation materials and they make things for NBA and MLB and a lot of their stuff. is 10K, but I don't see any markings on it, but I haven't taken it out of the box. But I did test the stones. These are Thai Bar and Thai Tac. Those are real rubies. I tested those with the Presidium gem tester. So those are really nice. Those are probably like from the 70s or the 80s, I'm guessing. I couldn't believe I just found this in a bag full of other um, cufflinks, and I realized, oh my God, this is Wedgwood Jesperware from England. Like, oh my gosh, and it's not listed, so I had to hurry up and list it. But please check out the shop if you guys are just coming in. ESG Alaska. Are you in Alaska, ESG? Please check out the shop. Everything's in buy it now with best offer. I got to get rid of some of this inventory so I can order me another blue box or another shopgoodwill.com box. I like to treasure hunt the boxes. I take anything that's broken or damaged and I just throw that into a craft bag. And then the remaining pieces, minus anything that's, silver or gold normally, I just put it right back up for auction or for sale. And if I sell enough, it covers all or most of my cost, and whatever I get out of it, I get out of it. But in order for me to buy more boxes to have more inventory, I got to sell the inventory that I have. So I'm not getting rich off of this. I'm just trying to move this inventory so that I can get me another box. Those boxes can take anywhere from 10 to 14 days to get to me because, it's slow-mo across the United States from FedEx. And they don't send them right away. But if you're still here, TH Stacker, I will make sure to, I'll follow you at the end of this show and I'll check out, see how you do your show. That'll be really interesting. I like coins, so that should be fun. Be a fun watch. I've also got a few kids' toys. I've got this spy camera. Let me move my camera. Look at this. Tell me, TH Stacker. See this? This is a kid's spy camera. It's called a SpyGo action camera. And I think it could be vintage. I'm not sure. It's still in a box, and the box has never been opened. And I tried to list it on another site, and I got the big warning that came up on the screen that this is an item that cannot be listed. But there were dozens of them on the same site. So I'm not sure what the problem is with this kid's SpyGo action camera. And you can put it on a helmet, or you can put it on your bicycle. You can put it on your head, like a spotlight. I just got one of these spotlights to help me with my mining. I just bought one of these. Might have been the classification. I'll have to check that. Yeah, I just got a couple of these off of Amazon, and they light up. It helps me with lifting. It helps me with the gold mining. But I'm like, how come this keeps going down? And they keep saying I can't list it. They think I'm gonna be, spying on somebody. It's just a little kid's camera. I think I did have it listed as a toy. But I couldn't figure out why all these other people had theirs listed and theirs weren't coming down. I'll have to call the customer service on that. They probably won't know. No words like spy. Okay. That's what it's called. SpyGo action camera. But it's still in the box. It's sealed, and it's obviously they have kids on the cover of the box. Let me pull out my camera. Yeah, see, there's kids on this box. It's called Spy Gear. And it does have Hi, Tube74. Thanks for joining. I've got everything in my store. It does have a UPC, so it's got to be at least from the mid 80s up, I would suspect, since it does have a UPC code on the back. But yeah, they won't let me sell it, so I just put it on Marketplace, and I've got it on here. CBR CPA. Thanks for joining. I have these still, the gold bars. These are the quarter grain fine gold bars. The Lucky Gold from Benchmark. I still have 3 of these left. These are the little UV lights for jewelry and for gemstones. I also like to use those for uranium glass. And this is appears to be a brand new watch that was sitting in storage. I had to put a new battery in it, and it works just fine. Doesn't look like it's ever been worn. It's a Rusty Wallace NASCAR watch. I still have the Japanese Akoya pearls, and I've got a lot of necklaces. There's just a lot, and I don't want to take them off this thing or they'll get all tangled up, but I will take them off if somebody wants to see them. Hi, Mimi girl. I used to sell on OfferUp. I sold some like baseball bats and baseball gloves a long time ago on OfferUp. That's so cool. One of my YouTube buddies is on Whatnot. I didn't even realize that, TH Stacker. Oh, I just saw your question. Is it a sticker it made into the box? What does that mean? You mean regarding the kid's spy camera? Not sure what you mean by that, TH. Yeah, I like this Bitcoin. I'd kind of like to keep it, but you know what? I need to make my money back from some of the items I got from the guy who didn't know Madonna from Maryland, and also didn't realize there were no Mercury dimes in 1949. And there was something else that he said was something that it wasn't, and I was just like, and I couldn't tell by I would win, and they say, okay, how many shuffles, and he, okay, this is what you won, and and it was gone, and I was like, what, like, what did I win, then I was like, I got the envelope, and there was 3 things in there that were totally not what he said they were. Crazy. Oh, my chat was a little bit behind. Let me look. I'll look, TH. No, it is not a sticker. It's just part of the box. Definitely not a sticker. It's just printed into the box. Hi, Leslie55. There's a sticker next to it that says 023, but the actual UPC is built into the box. And I tried to list it exactly like some of the other people had it listed, and it kept, kicking me out and saying that I can't list that it's illegal or something. Hi, Ruby Butterfly. Thanks for coming. I have everything in my shop in my Buy It Now. I haven't been looking at the YouTube chat very much. Kelly, are you still there? If you are, feel free to come over to Whatnot. Yeah, I'm multi broadcasting this between Whatnot to YouTube. I don't think she's there anymore. Well, she's in a different time zone than some of us here, so she probably went to bed, which I will be doing soon. Yeah, my blood pressure pill alarm. There we are. Okay, I got to go take that pill, blood pressure pill. I'll be back in 2 minutes. So everybody just look at the catalog. I'm going to go get a blood pressure pill. Good girl. No, thanks if you guys are still there. Yeah, I had to go take night blood pressure meds. Oh, wow. It says Walmart sells that same camera listed for $49.95, but eBay has a new one, same version for $14.99. Yeah, they wouldn't let me list it. So I'm just, I'm trying to get rid of it for, I think I got it for $5. It would make, a nice little gadget toy for a child. I don't have much into it. I want it actually on a Whatnot auction with a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, thanks for the follow. I'll make sure to follow everybody after the show. Now, when I went in to go take that pill, the kitty has now come out of the bedroom. So hopefully she doesn't knock my camera around. I should have taken a restroom break when I was in there. I've been drinking Gatorade Zero and water. She was happy to see me. She's like, okay, I promise I'll be good. I promise I won't attack the bunny. Not really attack her, but harass her. So make sure you guys check out the shop, see what's there. Okay, thanks for coming, TH Stacker. Thanks for the info. I'll be sure to check out your show next time you go on the air. That'll be a perfect time for me to watch. Be interesting to see how somebody does it. Oh, you want the Marilyn Monroe note? Go for it. Oh, okay. No problem. Just let me know. I'll have it on the marketplace. I'll somehow transfer all this stuff back. Hopefully. It didn't really, it's very hard for me to go from the marketplace to the show listings and then get everything back into the marketplace. And then all the new stuff I listed tonight, including the really cool Wedgwood and the Juicy Couture or possible Juicy Couture piece just didn't transfer over, including the World Tour, International World Tour golf money clip. Somebody that's into golf is going to like that. I've even got some matching uh, golf cufflinks, but I still have to list them. These are really cool. But I thought the Wedgwood was listed tonight, but it might sell on one of the other platforms. Who knows? Like I said, this just helps me afford my blue boxes and it helps me afford my Shop Goodwill boxes. If you're still here, TH, do you recognize this? What country is this from? I looked it up, but now I can't remember. I think it's one of those unpronounceable countries that used to be part of the USSR. It's one of those big, long, something, wasn't Kyrgyzstan, but it might have been Uzbekistan or something like that. I don't know if it's worth anything. It's vintage. It's from 97. Show the text again, please. Okay. The cat's shaking the table. It was either that or we were having an earthquake, but no, it's just the kitty. That's the back, and the amount is 200, whatever this is. It's got the serial number on it. Okay, kitty, get off the table. Go on. Get down. Get down. You gotta get down. Go, 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 go. It's pretty cool. I like it. I just like to have stuff like that. I gotta find out who I bought this from. Oh, Uzbekistan. Okay, that's the country I was thinking of. Actually, I kind of like the Maryland, but you know what? I gotta, I'm gonna save I got some little silver tokens or little silver rounds from the guy, and I got 2 or 3 mercury dimes, and I'd like to keep that stuff with my. I have like a big scrap silver jar, so in order to keep all that, I'll have to sell the Maryland, and I'll have to sell the Japanese occupational bills, and then figure out. I don't know what the value of this is, this Uzbekistan bill. It's a big world. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Uzbekistan. Well, I see that the YouTube chat died because I was looking at the other night I was watching the YouTube chat and somebody made an offer and I missed it during the show, but luckily it was still there a few days later and I was able to contact the person and they were like, yeah, I still want that. And I'm like, I'm so sorry I didn't see it during the show. You should let me know. It was either hidden under the "Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel" poll, or it just might have popped up while I was looking at the multi-broadcast over on the tube. So I guess every now and then I should go to the shop tab and I should look to see if there's offers or they're sold. And there's absolutely nada. And I went on the air like 8:40. So I've been on the air almost an hour and there's nothing to show for it yet. Oh, a couple bucks from what you can see. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've got quite a bit of that type of stuff actually. It's not here in front of me, but I was thinking about that. Like, yeah, do a big, like do a bundle. Hey, Woodson, make paper bundle packs. Yeah. Yeah, I've also got the little, I forget what they're called, but the little plastic inserts that like will hold the bills so that they don't get, they don't get bent in the shipping. Oh, thanks for the follow, Woodson. I'll be following you too at the end of the show. Make sure you check out that shop. Check out the buy it now. Most of the items have best offer. Oh, okay. You pack stuff like that in index cards. That's a good idea. Oh, I can't wait to see. Do you have currency on your show too, or is it just coin? I'll follow you at the end of this, so and then I'll get the notification like when you go live. El Paso Grandma, thanks for coming in. Please feel free to check out the shop. Gonna have to play the laser toy game with the cat while we're doing this because she wants to knock everything off the table or harass my little bunny. I keep telling her she needs to behave because the bunny lived here first. My sweetheart of a bunny. She's feral. She was rescued right before they were gonna put her in the gas chamber. What a terrible thought. Well, I have 8 people tonight that came in and answered my poll. Thanks so much. Well, I didn't sell anything tonight, but I found out that my gold community pal here, TH Stacker, is on Whatnot, which is so cool. And now we've got Bob into the show. Yes, when there's more people. But it's kind of hard to run them when there's 50 plus items and I'm bidding against me, myself, and I. You know, I mean, it would be a joke if there was only, there's 2 people and there's me and there's you. And that's it. It's just best for people to take a look at the item and decide if they want it or not. Then I don't have to go through all 50. Yes, I do have a mod, and she just contacted me over on YouTube and said she was going to bed. And sometimes she thinks that she's on Whatnot, and I'm like, "No, you're not on Whatnot. You're on YouTube." And she's like, "Oh, I always watch you on Whatnot." And I'm like, "Thank you, but you're on the tube right now, honey. Like, get out of one and come over to the other." Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't really, don't have that many people right now, so we're good. I'm not the crazy lamp lady or hairy tornado or THWG, Jeebus, also known as the Jeebus family. He's got so many YouTube channels. Oh, cool. Yeah, luckily, most of this, if it doesn't sell on Whatnot, will sell on my other apps. It'll just take a little longer. I had 2 sales today, but they were on other applications. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I won't be staying on too much longer. I may do a raid. It's kind of funny to do a raid when you have one or two people and they're like, "Oh, party of one coming in." Party of two. It does help. I've been raided occasionally myself, but people, they don't stay in long enough to even open up the shop tab and look at the items. It's like you couldn't have come in and left that quickly. Yeah, they see your name. That's funny. A notification just popped up, and somebody just went live on this app. And the same guy, and I remember it because it happened on my birthday, which is April 12th. He's a very big YouTuber, and he was banned for life on one of the bigger shopping apps. And they've never ever let him back. And the next day, he just pivoted his inventory over to Whatnot. And I think he's $1 million seller on here. But whatever he was accused of doing removed him permanently from that other app that we're not allowed to mention on these shows. So it's like, you know, innocent until proven guilty, but wow. But he has a big warehouse. I've never heard of them. JC Silver and Gold? Hmm. I wish I could remember the guy I was watching today that popped up and he had like a 50 some $1,000 item in his buy it now. I was like, oh my gosh. Like go over to the shop and buy something now, and then you can be in the buyer's giveaway. And it was like, well, I don't have, 50 some $1,000. So I can win a $5 Starbucks card or yeah. Like, come on. And I wish I could remember the name of the guy. And I know he's in Kansas, but he's not the really big seller in Kansas who was Noah Baller in 1984. He's a great seller. Because he does all like storage locker finds and I get a lot of really great jewelry lots from him. But this new guy and who said that my Marilyn Monroe was Madonna and he didn't show the item long enough for me to be able to see it. So, while I was waiting for it to come in the mail, I was looking up Madonna, gold foil bills, and I couldn't find anything like that. And I'm like, something's got to be wrong here. And then Marilyn Monroe showed up in my mailbox, and I'm like, well, that sure beats Madonna. But I had to tell him in the feedback, like, hey, it was Marilyn, it wasn't Madonna, and there are no 1949 Mercury dimes. That's not what you sold me. I know, a pleasant mistake. And then it was something else, I can't remember, and I was like, "This doesn't exist either." Like, what the heck is this guy talking about? What is he talking about? Like if you're gonna, have a prize wheel and go to all the trouble and, you're gonna sell on Whatnot, like, at least know what you have. Hi, Collectors Connect. I have everything in my shop tonight. Everything's in the buy it now with best offer. Please take a look. Hi, Heinrich. Thanks for coming. Everything's in the shop in the buy it now. Yeah, I'll start running auctions again once we get a bigger following. But I'm only on here about once a week. Yeah, there are great deals on here. Like I said, for me, Whatnot is the fast nickel over the other apps, slow dimes. It helps me pay for my blue boxes and my Shop Goodwill boxes. And people are like, why are you doing it if you're just like, barely breaking even? And it's like, because I find some really killer stuff. Like I'm wearing 4 rings right now. Some are silver, some are gold, some have real gemstones in them, and all those rings came from like Shop Goodwill or Buy Blue Box or a jewelry jar. A bird in the hand, right? That's pretty cool. Lavender and Jade. Oh, I love that name. Go check out my shop. Thanks for coming. Make sure you guys are following me. I'll follow you at the end of the show if I'm not already following your username. Lots of jewelry here, both vintage and contemporary. There are a couple of banger pieces, the Japanese Akoya pearls that are from Japan from the 90s from a Japanese department store. And I've got a very rare Goldet Egyptian revival statement necklace that's extraordinarily rare from a company out of New York. Their items were manufactured in my birth state of Rhode Island, and I had never heard of them until I found one of their pieces. And boy, was that an education. I will be on the lookout from now on for every jewelry box or auction that I win. I will be looking for Goldet. That brand is just incredible. There's only one available online besides mine on another app that's listed for $250. One just sold on another app for 227.40. They're very rare. Yeah, I know. I know. But I had it higher, TH, and I wasn't getting any bites. And the Japanese pearls that are actually from Japan, these actually have a lot of sentimental value, but they're just sitting in a closet not being worn. Yeah, these actually sold on another app with I sent an offer, somebody countered, and I actually I begrudgingly accepted their lowball counter, and because it was a counter, they didn't have to pay. It wasn't an auto pay, so didn't get paid, and I still have the pearls. Yeah, these are extraordinarily valuable, and the class was actually, I think it's 14K. It's in the listing. Yeah, these were never worn, and I still have the original box. The box has got a little dust on the top. I'll have to wipe off the dust, but yeah, hate to see these go, but being disabled and having a limited income, I'm having to say goodbye to things that I would never have wanted to say goodbye to. The rest of this has no sentimental value, but just that one's gonna hurt when that goes. I feel the same about some of my animation cells. I have an animation cell up on other platforms, and it means a lot because of a lot of shows that I used to work on. So that's going to sting a little bit as well. The hey, got to keep a roof over the head of this crazy cat and this crazy bunny. As long as I'm breathing, I need to keep a roof over their heads. Yeah. Groceries. That would be groceries, TH Stacker. Just appropriate the funds to something that will make you happy. Oh, single dad of three girls. Well, that's a handful. Three girls. Wow. I've only got the fur baby types of kids, and I've had all boys until the most recent bunny and the most recent kitty. And let me tell you, girls are hard. Girls are way harder than boys. Are they little girls? Oh, wow. You've got your hands full. That's expensive, I bet. It's a good thing you're better at whatnot, apparently, than I am, because that'll help. There's this other gal that's on here from Utah. I think she might be a Mormon, and she just goes to like these bin stores and just buys like literally these big crates full of just like It's like dollar store stuff. But she's got a big following, and she's a single mom of 3 little adorable girls, and, she has a nice personality, and, people like her, and she's young. Um, and she must sell, like, 6 figures. I don't know, I wouldn't think there would be much money in selling these little, dollar store or bin store items. It's just I don't know how she keeps up with her shipping, and she does it all by herself. When she comes on late at night when the kids are in bed. I don't know how she gets enough sleep. Know the audience. Yep. Yeah, I used to run the givvies, but I just had people coming in for the givvies, and then they wouldn't buy anything, and it was costing me, 4 to 5 bucks to ship. Yeah, I do it after a show. Like, even if it goes late at night, I'll just stay up and I'll pack it all, and it goes the next day. Givvy goblins, the worst. Absolutely. Yeah, I just won't do it anymore. It's just, I mean, if I ever build up again and I had a lot of people and a lot of people were buying, then I'd probably do a buyer's givvy. But I'm not going to do a buyer's givvy and sell, like one $3 item. So- wow, you got your hands full. 16, 14, and 10. I'm just going through the chat to see if I missed anything. And I'm going to check my shop. And I do not see anything sold or any offers. Oh boy. And the worst part is, before I go to bed, even though I won't go to sleep probably till the middle of the night, is I'm going to have to clean all this up so that little ones don't get into it. Easy. Flow with them, not against them. Easier said than done. Oh my gosh. Oh, no problem. Don't worry about it. Hey, Heather, thanks for coming. I'm glad you came on here because now I know that you're on Whatnot and I can watch your show. And you're out west like me, so and if you're doing this at night, like that's perfect for me. I can't wait to watch and see how you're doing it. And I don't sell coins very often, but sometimes I win coins like in big lots or on Whatnot, and then I'll put them in the shows, and they usually sell. Well, except for these nickels. So I think I've got the whole stack for like 5 bucks. I have no idea what they're worth. What sells really fast are the penny rolls. Yeah, the penny rolls sell like really quick. When I would win the wheat cent rolls, the bank rolls, those just go like they're gone, and I can put them on any app, and they'll just go. Oh yeah, the nickels are worth a nickel. Let's see what I got here. Let me look really quick. It says brilliant uncirculated, 1970. One says 1949. 2005, brilliant uncirculated. 2000, Jim Proof. And a 2005, brilliant uncirculated. Yeah, like you said, a nickel. I wonder if these things, if I can get them open. Can I open these and get the nickels out of them? You can pop the slabs apart and change the coin. Oh, okay. They are only worth what someone will pay for them. Oh, you're right. Oh, I didn't know that. I see. I'm so glad you came in tonight. Hi, Joyce. Thanks for joining. Oh, wow. Well, you know what? If I need 25 cents, I know where to go now. One of them is a gem proof. Is maybe that's worth, this one? Maybe that's worth like, a quarter? Yeah, definitely. Oh, thanks for the follow, Joyce. I'll follow you after the show if I'm not already following you. Please check out the shop. Everything's in the buy it now. And hopefully when the show is over tonight, these items will transfer back into the marketplace. I hope. Yeah, the gem proof. It actually looks really nice. It's a 2000 S Jefferson nickel. It says DCAM. Don't even know what that means. I'm not a coin person. Gem proof. And I've had coins in the past that I ordered from the Mint, and it has that very glossy shine. Oh, Cameo? Oh, that's what that means. The am I pronouncing it right? Decam? Oh, a Denver Cameo. Now, why would it say 2000 S if it's a Denver Cameo? What does that mean? Because I know there's the San Francisco Mint, the Denver Mint, and the Philadelphia Mint, but it has the 2000 S, which I would think would mean San Francisco, but now it says Decam, Denver Cameo. Patina liquor. Oh, wow. Love it. Please check out the shop. Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. Maybe I should take that out of the stack. And then the other ones that are just uncirculated, I can probably just, well, one of them's actually used, it looks like. And it's from, let me get out the little loop here. It's from, there's one from 1949, which he refers to as an early Jefferson nickel. But it looks like that one's used. And then there's three that are brilliant uncirculated nickels of various years. But this one is really bomb looking, this Cameo proof. Deep Cameo, okay. So it is San Francisco, like I thought, the 2000 S. Okay. Yeah, it looks really nice. I mean, it looks really, really nice. I won that on that Minnesota show. But now, like I said, earlier, there's only one good prize per show on that. So the rest of it is garbage. And I don't think he should be selling the gold that, in fact, I'll show you because I've got some of these for my own jewels. I've got like little round cases like this. There's an opal in there. So it was a case that was kind of like this. And I, in the prize, I won a speck of gold. And that speck of gold was not a piece of real gold. It was, and it wasn't even a flake. Like it looked like a piece of foil that was cut. And that's a piece of gold. Like, I mean, it could have been gold construction paper for all I know. It wasn't actual gold. So when you win a prize and you win a piece of gold, I would expect somebody to send me an actual piece of gold. So, I think that guy should be off of Whatnot, but Whatnot, he's got two accounts now, one and two, and they're running 24 hours a day out of his basement. Yeah, but it wasn't like a real gold flake, like from a piece of gold. It was literally like foil that you get in those bottles that they sell to the tourists. They say that in a tube there is zero point zero 0.03 of a gram. Now this was just not really, this wasn't like a gold flake like you'd find in a gold pan when you're searching pay dirt. This literally looked like a piece of foil, like confetti that you'd buy at a party store as confetti or glitter. I'm like, but this isn't gold. Like those gold that are in those bottles, those tourist bottles, that's not real gold. That's some kind of foil. I'm like, hey, where's my piece of gold? Damn it, you criminal. And now, the golden envelopes, they're friggin' pennies. Oh, I want a penny. I want a dime. I want a nickel. I want a quarter. And I got the golden envelope and had to watch this miserable show till the very end to be the very last envelope. And, I got a quarter. Yay. Actually, I got a box today, but it's not really a pay dirt box. It's one of those buckets that came from Bear Prospecting, where there's all kinds of little goodies in there. And you want a 50-cent piece. Exactly. I don't need that. Oh, yeah? How much gold do you think is in the bucket? It's probably not a lot of gold. I hear there's gold in there, silver, there's maybe some gemstones, some rocks, some shark teeth, maybe a necklace or two. I'll just have to see what's in there. It looks pretty cute, the bucket, though. I'll definitely save it. Oh, got over a tenth of a gram. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I paid like $50 for it, so I mean, it's not going to pay for itself. That's for sure. I don't expect to find a lot of gold in it, but it'll be fun. Oh, gems and silver loaded. See, I love stuff like that. I've got quite a bit of that already. Well, some. I got things like that, like the crystalline silver. Those are cool. I like silver. I've also got some opals here that I actually bought. They came from India. It took forever to get here. I have these at like $5 a piece. Oh, she's a rock hound, and she'd like these opals. You should buy her one of these opals. These are actually really nice. They're hard to see because of this little case that they're in. Like, it's hard for the lens to like look at it, and you got to really see it under the light. But there's some really cool opals in there. So I'm just selling the opals for $5 a piece. They're nice. They're not huge, but they're nice. They're Ethiopian opals. And I didn't realize when I ordered them they came from India. Hey, Stacer Six. Thanks for coming. Well, 9 people have answered the poll tonight, but still no offers or sales. And like I said, I'm just going to have to clean all this up. Oh, I was going to ask you about your coin, your poker chip. I was looking those up online, and I see that like you have to make a minimum order with most of those companies of at least like 100. And of course, the more you buy, the cheaper it is. But those are like $1.25 a piece. You were able to get yours for 25. The Chip Lab. Okay, I'll have to look that up because there was two companies I looked at, and it was going to cost between 125 to $150, not including the shipping and the tax. And I'm like, I'm a disabled person. I can't. I would love to order those and be able to put them in Christmas cards for people, but you pay 24.95 for 25 chips. The Chip Lab. I hope I remember that after this show. The Chip Lab. Yeah, because 25 would be a perfect amount for me. Okay, I'll email you. Hi, Joni. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I think I'll probably go off the air soon here, TH. Well, I'm going to give Joni a chance to look at the shop, see the items, and then I'm going to have to start putting all this away. And hopefully these items will switch back over to the marketplace. Got some really cool knives. If you like knives, these are new in the box, but they're old stock. They look like they came from some kind of a company. One's a Swiss Army knife. This is a very rare piece. This is a Sony Titac, and the only one I've seen online right now is in the Netherlands, and with shipping, it's over $100. This was a promotional item that they made just for their employees. It's very rare. And I've got the only one that's available other than the one that's in the Netherlands. Oh, I got 10 people to answer the poll. Thanks so much. Well, I will be rating somebody soon. I don't know who. If anybody's looking at the catalog right now and you need more time, just let me know, or I'm going to just go straight to the raid and we will end the show. But thanks for the information. Okay, so the Chip Lab. I know I'm not going to remember that, but I was like, oh my God, I can't spend $125 plus shipping plus tax just, to maybe need, three of them. It's just. Well, I can't wait to see your show, TH Stacker. The Empty Pan sent me one, or he tried, and somebody opened up the envelope and stole it. Hi, Residual Income. Cool name. Please check out the shop. Everything is buy it now with best offer. Getting ready to go off the air, so if you need a few minutes to check out the shop, just let me know. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I already signed out of YouTube. I mean, it's still broadcasting. Oh, I just got the pop-up. I got the notice. Thank you so much, TH Stacker. Hello, Brian's Thrift. I have everything in my Buy It Now shop under the Buy It Now tab. Yes. Actually, I'm down to one. Everything is sold, but I have it's kind of a new old stock, I believe, Rusty Wallace watch, and I think it came from like a storage auction. I got it in a big lot, and I had to put a new battery in it, but the band appears to be brand new. And it looks like it is genuine leather band, and it's a really nice men's Rusty Wallace. Oh, I just sold an old one. I sold an old Waltham the other day. But I do get some vintage watches when I buy my jewelry lot. So always come back, and I always have like new items coming in all the time. But thanks for coming in, Brian's Thrift. I'm going to create a raid here. And we're going to go over to Disabled Vet, to vintage and antique jewelry. So anybody who's here, just stay on for a few more moments so that I can do the raid. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon, TH.